Hello everyone, I'm back riding the ZZR today. Just having a nice little ride out, going through some nostalgic places before having a bit of a longer journey. And I thought we'll discuss why I bought what was the cheapest Gen 2 ZZR Special Edition on the internet 18 months ago. So you could say this is a long-term review. But I always say that like I'm intending to give a bike back. I'm not intending to give this bike back anyway. It is mine and I love it. If I remember right, this cost me $5.2 from Superbike Factory. Well, this is going to cost me $5.2 and I'm with some extras. They cost me a lot more than $5.2 from the factory, or from the Superbike Factory. After I test rode one 8.5 years ago, it stuck with me a lot. And I kept going, oh, I'll never get anything like that, it was too big, and I don't need anything that fast, and I'll never use all the speed on it. And eventually bought a Honda Blackbird. Of course, is the previous king of speed before the Hayabusa came along, and then this sort of vaguely matched that, but is slightly faster, but debatably. That's one of the reasons I bought this, because I can overtake easily. Yeah, this is in a lovely blue colour. I bought it as black, and it's a very, very dark shiny blue. Just told you all you need to know. But that feeling, a lot of people in the comments on the video I did on it commented you didn't even get near the red line. I kept thinking, oh, I wish I had. I wish I could feel what that was like. Because that already felt like a lot of power. And eventually I didn't need to ride a bike for work or to commute, and it was fun. I think the last bike I owned when I was doing the series was the Street Triple. Sold that so my wife could have a car. Turns out I could have afforded both, but I just, bought Honda Blackbird, the previous king of speed. Crashed that after 4 days due to an oil spill. Really nice. Actually being gentle, and then completely ate poo on a corner. But that's a story for another day. And we rebuilt the Blackbird because I loved the feeling of that, sleek, long. I don't want like a sports bike. I wanted something that was still comfy, go distances, but was fast. And I had that for a year, and I couldn't get over the crash, and I said I need to get something different. Something more upright. So I got a Z800 because that was another dream bike I wanted. So I committed and went, no, I'm getting a Z800, and I had that for 2 years. And then I started umming and ahhing, and I wanted something a little bit faster, and then I saw one of these and I went, oh, do I? Because you can get a first generation one for quite cheap now. And then I kept thinking, yes, but you see, if I get the second generation, it's got traction control, you see, and I won't slip off as easily. Which is my excuse for going for the slightly faster one, even though it's a lot heavier somehow. But then I fished around and I saw this, and I wrote out a spreadsheet. Is this really the best thing, and blah blah blah, and is it, is it way too much? We don't want to handle around all the time. Is it too powerful? Does it drink a lot? Which it drinks a bit. It doesn't like going slow. It drinks more when it's going slow. I will say that much. But it, it doesn't drink a lot. Actually, I can scroll through. Now I've got used to how the bike is. I'll show you the menu. So we've got temperature. My current MPG, which is definitely because I slowed down. That's why I like it. My average, 43.1. I'll take that. 80-mile range apparently at the minute on half a tank. And your battery, so you can see if you've got no faults. You've also got temperature for your coolant. Time, which is wrong, so I haven't reset this yet. My odometer, 2 trips. And then you've got 2 power modes. I've got it on full. And you've got KTRC, which is Kawasaki traction control. I leave it on 1, which is essentially anti-wheelie. I don't want it to be too engrossed, but you can feel that front end get light without it wanting to flip you over. It's a little car's day out today, I won't. I love the design. I love the big open vent at the front that sucks all that air in. Woo! realised I got rid of the studs. Oh, I hate tyre chipping. Your thin, aerodynamically designed wing mirrors and stalks. It's got a bubble screen on it. Not bubble screen. It's got a lip. It doesn't really take much of the air off, to be honest. There is one adjustment I have made from when I got it. Or two. One's the present from my wife, which is the movie lady. And the other one, as I put inch risers on it, because the last thing I said in the video I did 8.5 years ago was it'd be perfect if it was just about an inch higher. So I've got inch risers. Some crash bungs on it. The previous owner definitely had a low drop. It's got little bits of damage here and there, but that's why it cost me $5,200. It's all scratched where a cat's walked on it. He's over tightened the plastics in places. And my first service cost me 1,800 quid. Now, how about the fact that I thought it came with no history, so I said give me the full shebang. I want to know what life this has had. And they said okay, and it turns out it needed 6 of the valves doing. So that was a cost. But how am I getting on with it? It's awesome. It's comfy. It's fast. It's torquey. It's smooth. There's a little bit of vibration through my hand on long journeys. Enough to make a tingle, but I think that might actually be the tyres more than anything. These aren't expensive tyres. I put some nice Michelins on it. No, I'm not just going to replace the tyres willy-nilly. I'm going to wait till they do it. And I haven't done as many miles as I hoped on this. Came with a centre stand, a standard, which means it's easy to do the chain. The person who had this previously sold the Acra cans and put stock cans on it. If this is you watching it, you swine. I would love to have those on, but they are very expensive. The cheapest ones I could find on eBay were £800. And when I finally went, I might pull the trigger on that, they sold. And the next ones are 1,200 quid. I'm not paying 1,200 quid for some cans on a £5,000 bike. But this is an absolute missile. And even better, in 6th gear, if you decide to open it up, it gets to 6,000 RPM and then goes, right, I better get out of my granddad chair, and it pulls even more. This has a bigger engine than a co-worker's car. I was talking, and they went, well, what bike you got? I said, well, how big's your car? First of all, it's a 1.4. I said, it's a 1.44. It's a 1440cc, making 207 horsepower with ram air. With the Acra downpipes, adds a couple extra horses, so I like to say it's 210. For top trump figures, for showing off. Because realistically, why buy this if you're not going to show off? Adjustable clutch and brake levers. It's Nissin radials on the front. Perfectly adequate. You don't really need to drop a gear to overtake on this, but it does feel good. It's a hydraulic clutch. Nice and light, especially for an engine this massive. This will sit comfortably at a very high speed and not care. It will carry 2 people, not small people either, comfortably. But the longest trip I've done on this is a tank and a bit, so it's like 240 miles. And it did not care. The only reason I haven't done longer journeys is I've been really tired with work, and I'm going to prioritise a lot more of my riding out, especially now I've brought the channel back to life. Ironically, in a way, this would be a good starter bike because it's very hard to stall. It's not impossible, I've stalled it recently, but it is very hard to stall. It's also brilliant at catching flies. The front of this is just murder central for bug life. It is obviously quite a bus to handle. It's stable though. Like you go into a corner, you're not just whoop, you have to roll it in, but it will not move from that. There's no fear of going, oh, and it wobbling all over the shop. You tell it to go somewhere, it will go. Shall we misbehave a little bit? Let's misbehave a little bit. Except this car's coming the other way, so I probably shouldn't. 4,000 RPMs, nearly 60 mile an hour, fourth gear, roll on. Quick changes, didn't want to redline it. The handling on this, just simple one-handed, does not care. Engine braking's not too bad. It does heat up quickly, but the fans on it are very powerful, so they cut the heat down very quickly as well. It is a sporty riding position. My feet are behind me more than anything, but you can take yourself quite far back if you want to go full sport mode. There's a nice bit of a hump on the seat, holds your bum in place. Tank is wide but not excessive. I think it's 22 litres, it gets me about 200 miles. I'm wet! Nah! To be fair, I could do with cooling down, I should have opened up the old visor. Also eating the microphone. I would do my 0 to 60, but I won't do it justice. Overtaking is such a casual feat. It's amazing. Do I need this for where I live? Not a chance. It is beyond excessive, but I did find I've had smaller bikes that made more sense, and there's opportunities to ride them to their limit, and I have wanted to exceed that, whereas this has made me find my limit, and I've gone, okay, that'll do. And I love knowing that it's not the bike that's holding me back, that's me, and there's still more. I will never be without excess. Ideally, 2-bike garage, this will be your boost, and then you get your sensible one. Well, this is for your nice days out, and you go and you can find a bit of empty road and pin it. Today is not going to be that day for me, I don't think. If you can get your hands on one, I would advise giving it a try. Just the acceleration alone is horrendous. The only way I could go up from this is an H2. Probably like a new V4S Ducati or something like that. But then again, if you race there, because this is so much torque, but it weighs a lot. At some point I will do a drag day with it, because it just feels like it's needing that run, you know. It makes you feel like you need to take it out for a spin, if you get what I mean. Saying that, it's not at home just perusing around. Filtering is not as easy as some bikes. It's quite wide, with the mirrors being quite wide as well. I will say the mirrors are brilliant. They hardly vibrate at all, despite being on very thin stalks. And I can see out of good 80%. It's not going to die already. I put that on charge. That's done 20 minutes and it's going to die already. I don't know about the thigh. I brought a spare battery for that. I do not have a spare GoPro battery. Oh! That bump is crap when you go slow. It's alright when you go fast, you can just kind of skip over it. Swaffham's a nice place to go if you don't mind not being in a rush. It's a typical Norfolk market town. Ah, Tutankhamun's. I wonder what they sell. Is that Egyptian food? Or is that antiques? It looks like it's antiques. So any point even taking this out of first? No, Now I said about the stability, and a lot of that comes down to the suspension, which is adjustable for preload and rebound front and rear. The adjusters are actually underneath these caps, which confused me when I took it off and put my new things on there. More new houses everywhere. As you can see, this road's not really the best textured. You can also probably get a good idea of how much this is actually jumping up and down. It's on the firmest side of comfy, as you would need on something like this, but you can adjust it accordingly. I personally haven't found the need to. I'll hand back a little bit here. Hopefully not everyone slows down too much in this corner, because it's a glorious corner. It's more glorious coming the other way because you can accelerate up the hill, whereas this way you have to brake into everything else. Yeah, it's more fun the other way. Nice smooth control in and out of corners. Better get some fuel soon. I can really enjoy myself without worrying about draining the tank. It's cool, isn't it? Always good to see a tank. The lorry's gone for an overtake. That tells me all I need to know. I too shall do something similar. Okay, I've got time. I'm on a ZZR! Woo! Not quite the blast I was expecting to have down there, but there you go. See if we can get a bit of red line out of it. Oh, tell you what, if these cars weren't here, clear after that car, thank you. I've got time. I'm on a ZZR, there's always time. Whee! That's why I like this bike. Overtake just on a whim. Because you've got time. It gives you time. You create time. It's a time machine. Any of the bikes in this class, Hayabusa, an old Blackbird, something like that, definitely needs to be on everyone's ride list at some point. Sadly, I didn't manage to talk as much today as I wanted to. I could have done, but I wouldn't have put it in because a lot of traffic, like a lot. As anyone who's been keeping an eye on that clock will notice, there's been massive chunks cut out. And it's because I've either been stationary or doing about 20 miles an hour. And it doesn't motivate me to do a lot of talking. Look at the doggy, look at you. There's another nice place, Brandon. Over the River Ouse. Which sounds disgusting. It's not actually that bad. It's really nice. Oh, come on, the petrol station's around the corner. Did I say BSA? Oh, mate, there's a BSA dealer in Brandon now. Bike day, 28th of June. Will this video go up by then? Can do. Yeah, BSA dealer, Amberley. Oh, there's a Versys in the window. I love a Versys. There's two. Oh, mate, I love a Versys. Gets me all excitable. Well, I think I will leave my little review of the UK's cheapest special edition ZZR just here. It's been a nice ride out. It's a lovely sunny day. It is currently 23 degrees. And I hope you've enjoyed. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll either answer in the comments or I'll do another video. But for now, I'm going to bail out. Goodbye.